Yeah, there you go. I said.
What's up, boys and girls? It's time for NFL Pregame Party. The party we have every week when we talk nothing but football. What's new and exciting, guys? It's good to see you. John is here. Looks like he has a monument to himself behind him.
Well, I can show you what it looks like real quick.
Yeah, I can't see it. You're in the way.
Right? You're in the way, dude. I see the dice. I said, yeah, he made himself up something pretty cool there. I see Conan. I see.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, it is even worse. Don't worry about it. Fix it back the way you had it, man. That's dice cam, looks like.
There we go. Well,
there you are, John. Hey, how you doing,
there you
John?
are. You're a big OBS symbol. Nice. Very cool. Nah, that's pretty cool, dude. I like that. I like that a lot. There it is. That's nice. I like it. Of course, if you don't know, John is a huge tabletop gaming maniac, specifically Dungeons and Dragons. What is the cocktail in the right hand, though?
single malt.
Really? Nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Knock, how are you doing this morning, sir?
Good.
Upset Saturday yesterday, huh?
Friday and Saturday. Yeah,
are you ready
fantastic.
to fill us in on it, man?
100%.
All right, bro. We'll get to it.
Yeah, so as I mentioned last week, we have football every day until either NFL or college until about the day before Thanksgiving. For some reason, that Wednesday, there's no football. I don't know why. But, so, that's why you see here we're starting on Tuesday. These are going to be mostly the smaller leagues, conferences, obviously, so I won't go into them too much. The only one I want to mention is from Tuesday, is Western Kentucky losing to FIU. Western Kentucky being a possible Group of 5 team, gets a pretty bad loss. So, that was an interesting one. Skipping ahead, I'm going to go to Friday, where one of the biggest ones of the weekend was Louisville, who's a really good team, upsetting Miami.
That breaks my heart right there, man. Because, my wife is a huge Miami fan, both the Hurricanes and the Dolphins. And she was kind of hanging her hat on this team this year. So, yeah, she's kind of disappointed.
I got a buddy that's the same way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he was definitely hanging himself on Miami after what the Dolphins had done this year. And,
right.
And, yeah, he fell asleep during the game, but woke up to a not-so-great surprise that Miami has lost. So, but then the other upset of that night was Minnesota over ranked Nebraska.
Yeah.
Wow. And so there was another upset. So it just started a nice little weekend of upsets. Let's take a look here. Of course, old Bill's still losing.
Of course, Bill's still. We don't care. Basketball school. We don't care.
You may not care about basketball schools, but anyways.
I don't.
That's good for you. Boise State, noon game. UNLV, who was undefeated before this game. They couldn't stop Boise State's offense. Our running backs are looking really good. Picking up the slack for Genty. They're actually doing pretty decent. So good win there for Boise State. On top of still owning the Mountain West as always. They'll probably win that in their last year with the Mountain West, but we'll see what happens there. Ohio State, Wisconsin. I didn't watch this game, and I'm glad I didn't. Wisconsin is a crappy team, so not too much surprise there. Indiana coming off the big win from a couple weeks ago. They're still rolling along. They're going to jump a spot to probably number 2 in today's rankings. I'd be very surprised if they didn't. Texas A&M, this was a really good game against Arkansas. Arkansas wouldn't go away.
Arkansas, man, I hated for them. They never measure up, dude.
And their quarterback got hurt, I believe, in here too. But they keep trying. Watch out for Arkansas. They're not an easy.
It's produced some great players in the past, but they just can't put a team together. It's pretty wild.
Yep.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, they just couldn't stop Texas A&M. So Texas A&M still top 5. Ole Miss, oof. We watched this.
Yeah, man. Wow, what a game this was.
What a Pac-12 extravaganza until the
fourth
quarter.
There was no defense for the first 3 quarters.
And here you could see the difference right here. 0 points in the fourth quarter, 17 points. So one team
got shut down in the fourth. They did.
And one team got shut down. Yep. So that was the difference in that one, was basically just the fourth quarter. So good game there. Good rivalry there. But and Ole Miss, one of the unbeaten. By the way, we came into the week with 11 undefeated teams, and we now have 6, I believe, is the final count. So we lost about half the unbeaten teams.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That was a great game, though. It really was.
It was.
I was impressed by that. Look, guys, if you don't know the story of the Ole Miss quarterback, he came from whatever the level is below the NCAA level.
Division 2.
Division 2.
Yeah,
and
or FCS.
He won a championship there last year, didn't he? And through the portal, Ole Miss picked him up, and this guy, he looked unflappable for 3 quarters. He really did.
Yeah, because they were talking about that with the most crowd he'd ever seen was like 19,000 or something like that, and Georgia can hold like 90-something thousand people. So, yeah, he looked really good for being in that setting for 3 quarters.
Gridiron Masters, let me tell you where the LSU representative is.
He's in a stupor.
I don't think he's in a cave. He's not in a bunker or anything. He's teaching his granddaughter how to drive, so he may have run late. And when he runs late, he usually doesn't even show up. So I don't think he's dodging us at all, because he would be the first one to come on here and bitch.
Schedule lessons right during the show.
He would be the first one to come on and bitch about what's going on. I can tell you this through our conversations yesterday. He's pretty sure that Jim Kelly's on his way out. So there you go.
Is that Brian Kelly?
Or Brian Kelly. What did I say?
Jim Kelly.
Yeah, the Buffalo Bills quarterback. Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, go ahead.
All right. Alabama, Tennessee. Alabama went through a gauntlet. I want to showcase this real quick because there's a lot of hate for Alabama, rightfully so. But look at this gauntlet.
Yeah.
Georgia,
they've been
Vandy,
winning
Mizzou,
this whole time.
Tennessee.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They have won. They've gone through a pretty good gauntlet, and then they still got LSU and Oklahoma coming up in a few weeks.
Yep.
So hey, that's a pretty impressive wins there after losing to Florida State.
They got Auburn too, and Auburn was in their game last time I watched them. So
absolutely, yeah. We'll talk about that too. Upset weekend. Arizona State over Texas Tech. Arizona State was the Big 12 champions last year with Scadaboo and a crowd. Yeah, this was just Texas Tech did not do a whole lot in the first 3 quarters.
I don't know how John feels about this one, but I love it because I can't stand the Texas Tech Red Raiders. I can't stand them.
The only reason I was rooting for Texas Tech is because Big 12 doesn't get a lot of love. And now this, and we'll see what happens with the BYU and
that's because the heavy hitters of the Big 12 are all in the SEC now.
Right. So I'd like seeing Texas Tech in the top. After this, they probably would have been 5 or 6 if they had won.
Right.
So I like seeing them rise, but unfortunately, this is going to take them out of the top 10. But Arizona State will most likely get ranked this week today. But really good game there. They almost choked it. They definitely almost choked it, but they managed to score on the last drive to get the win. Oregon beats up Rutgers. No real surprise there. This was a really good game. LSU and Vanderbilt. Basically, the key to this one was LSU could not stop Diego Pavia, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Look, what a great story it was to watch him play too. I haven't watched. This is the first time I've seen Vanderbilt this year, and if this is the kind of play they're going to get at the quarterback position, I'm not surprised that they're one game away from being undefeated. This guy has, you know what? I saw a lot of Baker Mayfield out there. That's what I saw. A lot of that.
I saw some Johnny Manziel in there.
Yeah, Johnny Football too. Yeah, he runs a lot better than Baker Mayfield does, for sure.
And throws better than Manziel.
Yeah, right. There you go. Good mixture.
So I don't know if Vanderbilt will be able to sustain this success after he's gone. They'll probably go back to the basement.
But for this year, man, keep going.
For this year, last year was a great success. This year, maybe. I mean, who knows? Maybe there'll be a transfer like a Pavia that'll go to Vanderbilt because of this and try to take that role, kind of thing. So we'll see what happens. Gridiron had mentioned the Big 12 was cool, and then blah, 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 blah. Big 12 is still extremely fun to watch, but they beat themselves up, kind of like what the SEC is doing now.
I got you. Yeah.
So
I didn't mean to glaze over that Gridiron Masters, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, it's a. I really like watching their games. Like, yeah. So it's
real
a fun
quick
league.
Before we get away from this one, real quick. Look. Jim Kelly's got to go. This is ridiculous. Brian Kelly. I keep saying Jim Kelly. It's because there's so many Kellys named Jim. I mean, I'm also thinking of the guy with the big afro from fucking Enter the Dragon. Anyway, Brian Kelly needs to go because LSU not being able to run the football is ridiculous. They've always been able to do that, and they can't do it to save their lives. Their longest run yesterday was on a draw play. Out of the shotgun. And I mean, they cannot line up and manhandle people. Their front line is so bad, it's not even funny. So, yeah, they really need to. The defense, they're good, but, boy, they've taken a lot of hits, a lot of injuries. And it's because their offense can't sustain, man. It's ridiculous, man. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So continuing along here, Georgia Tech and Duke. It was kind of strange. Georgia Tech, even though they were undefeated, they went into this game as not favorites, apparently. Duke was undefeated in ACC up to this point, but they still had a couple losses. But Georgia Tech handled their business, especially in the fourth quarter. 17 points in the fourth quarter to end this game, put it away. So good win for them. Georgia Tech still undefeated. They should maybe get – I don't know if they'll get to the top 10, but they're certainly close. This was an interesting game to watch, USC and Notre Dame. USC
real quick, before we get away from Georgia Tech, we've got a good friend that's an alum from there. So I'm kind of pulling for them. Okay, yeah. You know who I'm talking about? Colin.
Oh,
Redburst.
Yeah.
He's a Tech alum. Yep.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him, too. I don't think their offense is there to face the bigwigs.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But they'll definitely put up, they took Georgia to the brink last year. In like 8th overtime or something like crazy like that. It was a crazy game. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. So we'll see what happens there. Usually by that point, Haynes King, their quarterback, is like beat up. Cause
Roman Reigns played his college ball there too. So.
But Notre Dame it was a rainy day. I think in this one for sure it was bad play calling on USC side. It's raining out and they decided to do some weird ass jet not a jet pass. What's the one that's behind them? Not in front of the QB, behind the. What is it?
Flea flicker.
No. That's no. I'm talking about where the
halfback pass where they run to the sideline.
No. So a wide receiver comes from the left side of the field and he runs to the right side of the field. And if he runs in front of him, it's a jet pass. A jet sweep
behind him.
Jet sweep. Yeah.
So they did like a jet sweep, and then the wide receiver was looking to pass it and then fumbled the ball when he got tackled. Oh, so it was just a dumb play to do in the rain, and then Notre Dame got the ball and then scored on a couple plays later. So it was that kind of stuff. It was just kind of bad play calling near the end of the game.
Yeah, so, real quick, since you're mentioning something like that, I saw a play in the Ole Miss game, and it was just simple read option play. And you remember the one where they were in the red zone and they fumbled because Chambliss tried to pull it back, and the running back thought he was going to get it, and he tried to grab it too, and they fumbled right there at the exchange. And sometimes I see these things, I'm like, yeah, I understand why they run these plays. It gets people in space and all that good stuff. But damn, sometimes I just like to. Of course, you know me, I'm old school. I'd love to see him just put a fullback in front of somebody and just pound it.
You mentioned that, Joe, and that actually happened to that if you look at the game above it, Georgia Tech,
Yeah.
Duke was on the goal line, and they did that, and they fumbled the ball. Georgia Tech picked it up and ran 98 yards for a touchdown.
Wow. See,
So,
it's
yeah,
it's
I
feast
get
or
what you're saying.
famine, right? It's if it's correctly run, yeah, a quarterback, if he reads that end correctly, can pant the defense easily. But that exchange, man, you've got to be good at that. You've got to
Yep.
know the communication of it, because it will blow up in your face just like that. Yep.
Oklahoma, coming off that loss to Texas, had a pretty good week in South
You
Carolina.
knew they would. You know they would. They brought Mateer back too soon. It was
Yeah.
pretty obvious.
So
Yeah.
I didn't watch a whole lot of this game. South Carolina.
You didn't need to. I didn't even watch it because I knew that we were going to clean their clocks. I knew it was going to happen.
Just South Carolina, unfortunately, has been a bit of a disappointment. Last
Yep.
year, they had like a 6-game win streak to end the year, and there was a lot of hype coming into this year. But defense hasn't been good at all, and Sellers has really regressed from last.
Is there
year.
an undefeated team left in the SEC?
Texas A&M? That's the only one.
Really?
Yep.
That bunch of chumps?
I feel like it was the same last year, wasn't it? I feel like they were the last ones remaining undefeated last year. Them and maybe.
So you're
Georgia.
saying I've got a chance?
But yeah, Texas A&M is the only one that's undefeated, unless I'm mistaken. We could take a look here, but this was a really fun game. Now I don't know if this was a great game for the colorblind, but this was the Holy War, Utah and BYU. This was the straight red uniform for the Utes and the straight blue for BYU. It was gorgeous to watch, and this was a really fun game. BYU having to get a late touchdown to take, or I think it was a touchdown or field goal to get this one. But yeah, really BYU. I think maybe the last undefeated. We'll check here in a second, but they may be the last undefeated in the Big 12. So good for them.
Yep.
Let's see. Missouri, Auburn. Sorry, John, we got to talk about this one. Auburn, man, can anyone lose a game like Auburn this year?
What did they do this time?
Maybe John, you can explain a little bit better, but I just they couldn't finish the game,
Nope.
and then they let Mizzou back into it. They let Mizzou come back, and
And
was there a
the thing-
turnover in the fourth quarter? I feel like there was.
I think I'd fallen asleep by then.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Missouri got the touchdown to force overtime, and then scored. Auburn tried to go for it, I believe, on fourth down on the 1 yard line, and after having 2 attempts already on fourth and goal, or second and goal, third and goal on the 1 yard line, couldn't punch it in, and then fourth goal they couldn't get it either, and then so Missouri, I think all they had to do was get a field goal.
Field
but
goal
they
and
ended
they
up
won, right? Yeah.
yeah, but they just ended up taking it in pretty easily
Wow.
for the touchdown to get the win in overtime. So
Good
yeah,
job, Mizzou.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for them.
Well,
Yeah.
our quarterback just can't throw a deep ball to save his life.
Wow. Wow.
But
I
they
mean,
got a good
this is
run
the
game.
same school that produced Chase Daniels, and
Yeah.
you can't throw a deep ball? Damn.
Yeah, but we can run the hell out of the ball.
Chase Daniels? Jesus, that's a name.
Yeah, that's from way back, man. That's from Big 12 days.
I had to think about that one.
Yeah. He was the backup for the Saints, wasn't he, when they won the Super Bowl? Wasn't he? I think.
I guess I hadn't heard that name in a long
He
time.
played on
know.
the Chiefs too at one point.
Did he? Yeah. Well, look, he shopped around everywhere. He never was the starter, but yeah.
I watched this game. This was a pretty. Washington State gave Ole Miss some fits last week. So they came back and they were up 20-10 over Virginia in the fourth quarter, and then just I don't know. They gave it away. They choked away their lead, and then for some reason they got a punt, and on the kick return for the when Virginia tied it up, the kick returner fair catch the ball on the 1 yard line on a kick return.
Wow.
And because of that, I missed what actually happened, whether it was a tackle or a penalty or whatever. But Virginia got a safety on Washington and then ran out the clock when they got the ball back. So it was just the most bonehead way to lose a game. What could have been an upset, but was not an upset. There was no upsets in the late window, unfortunately. They all choked away their leads. So let's see. South Florida, probably one of the favorites to get that Group of 5 spot. is still rolling along. Texas barely escaped. Another one I was wanting an upset for. Kentucky just, they
That
missed
would have
the
been
field
nice.
goal.
I'm so tired of Texas and their overhyped asses.
Yeah, they are not that good.
No, they're
this year.
not. Starting with the quarterback position, they're not
No,
that good.
I think next year they'll be. I think next year they'll be okay. But this year,
I think if Arch
Ugh.
Manning wants a future in the NFL, he needs to stay at Texas next year.
I think he's going to. I don't think
Yeah.
he's declaring this year. I think even his dad before the season started saying he's going to be staying. But
That's the story we needed to touch on.
I'm
buddy.
going to talk about it.
Okay,
Nope,
good.
I'm getting
good.
to it.
We'll get into it there, Gridiron. We'll get
Which
there.
is actually next. Which is right now. 'cause this is
Really?
what's on
Okay,
the
well,
list.
let me put that back up. Gridiron, predicting the future.
So, yeah, a week after Trent Dilfer gets fired, which seems to be a trend going on with, like, UCLA firing their guy, they start winning. But this was definitely a huge upset, especially in the group of five. Memphis was statistically number one chance to get that group of five spot. Statistically,
Now, that's
they were number one.
that's the University of Alabama at Birmingham, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow. They
Yes.
got beat by them? Shit.
Yes.
Be lucky if they're ranked this week.
This is
Wow.
not a good team. This is not a good team. So, but they just fired their coach, which is always a weird thing after that.
Which is Trent Dilfer, as Gridiron
Yeah.
Masters
Yep,
was
yep.
talking about.
So this was a big loss. Memphis got all the way down to the goal line, but couldn't score before the end of the game to tie it up to force overtime. But this was pretty bad. So that's unfortunate. I was watching Memphis. They just got ranked this last week, and now they're going to follow the rankings. So next, Cincinnati. This team is looking really good in the Big 12.
Now, they're in the Big 12 now, aren't they?
They are in the Big 12, yes, and they look really good. I believe their only loss was to Texas Tech a few weeks ago, so not the worst loss. Unfortunately, they just beat up on Oklahoma State, who is the punching bag of Big 12.
Always love watching the Cowboys get crushed.
I
It's
think
awesome.
I'm pretty sure last year they did not win any conference games, and so far they haven't won any conference games this year. Oklahoma is awful. So
Yes.
it's good that Cincinnati won by this much because they should against a bad team. Okay, so I got to speed it up here a little bit. Michigan over Washington. Michigan late. Just Washington had too many turnovers in the second half for this one, and the game just got away from them. That's what happened.
Neither one of these teams going anywhere.
Well, Michigan's definitely going to be ranked next week. They're 3-1 in the Big Ten, so they have a chance.
So
That's
you're saying?
Let's see here. Houston, Arizona. This was a really good game. I think Houston will be ranked next week, 6-1, 3-1.
Houston is fun to watch, man.
They are.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Big 12. They don't get the love of SEC Big 12, but their games are just fun to watch. That's all it is. That for me, it's just fun to watch them. Again, TCU and Baylor, another Big 12 matchup, really fun to watch. TCU was just too much for Baylor, though. Baylor was hanging on by their bootstraps on this one, trying to keep up. Tulane over Army. Army tried their best. Unfortunately, it was a 2-minute drill.
See, I was pulling for a tie in that one, but there's no ties in college football.
Right. Unfortunately, like Army was doing the 8-minute drives, and they did. Unfortunately, when they got the ball back from Tulane and it was tied, they can't do a 2-minute drill. So they maybe took a minute off the clock. Tulane got the ball back and went right down the field and scored. I wish I could show the replay, but we can't do that these days. But it was a bounce. It was a tip drill touchdown to himself.
Wow.
For Tulane. So they get the win there. Okay, just going to scroll through these. UCF getting a win. Let's see here. Northwestern is 5-2. I don't know why I'd like to say
Unbelievable.
that. Troy 5-2 over UL Monroe.
Oh, Universal.
Yep. Louisiana did
Monroe.
not have a good day yesterday.
Damn it.
SMU over Clemson. Clemson's still losing. I like seeing that. Bye, John.
He'll be back.
SMU is 5-2, 3-0 in the ACC, so they still got a good chance to make in that game. Let's see here. Air Force gets a win over Wyoming. Battle of the Sun Belt. James Madison, a group of 5 hopeful, 63-27 over Old Dominion. Marshall, we talked about them a little bit last season. They're the ones that their whole team got imploded and moved to Southern Miss. Well, Marshall's 4-3. I think that's kind of cool. Good for them. Let's see here. North Texas, after that loss last week, to South Florida. They bounced back pretty good.
They don't lose 2 in a row, man. North Texas
so
is
good,
tough.
Good for them. They're a fun game to watch.
Yep.
I didn't watch this one too much, but it was. I think it was only on ESPN, so I didn't feel like watching it. So, but good for them. Florida gets a win over Mississippi State. Southern Miss over Louisiana.
Damn. Nobody won in Louisiana, huh?
Iowa over
except
Penn
Tulane.
State.
Yeah.
Iowa over Penn State there. So Iowa's moving along. They didn't.
What is up with Iowa? Break up the friggin'
5-2. Yep,
Hawks,
5-2,
man.
3-1
the
Big
hell?
Ten. So there you go. UCLA is 3-1 in the Big Ten. They're now 3-4. My goodness, Maryland. Oh, they
The
started
Bruins
out 4-0.
after
They lost 3 in a row.
Didn't they fire their coach? Isn't that one of the teams that
UCLA.
fired
Oh
their coach?
yeah, absolutely it is. Yeah. Hawaii is 6-2 right now.
Look out.
31-19.
The Warriors.
Oh man, Pittsburgh 5-2. They get a win over Syracuse. Let's see here, and for the last one of the day, Stanford over Florida freaking State.
Wow.
What I woke up to this. This was a late game. This was
Florida has
State had
not
to go
won
across the
a
country.
game in conference yet.
Yes, that's
Wow.
right. They started 3-0 and they've lost 4 in a row. They haven't won a game in over an ACC game in over a year.
Damn. Wow.
They are the Oklahoma State of ACC.
Yes.
So okay, let me.
That's all karma, though.
That was a lot of upsets this weekend. It was great.
Yep.
So
Yep.
just gonna
Great
take
stuff.
a look at real quick at next week to point out the game.
Western Kentucky, Louisiana Tech.
Yep,
Come
that's
on,
Tuesday.
Bulldogs.
That's Tuesday night. There you go. You got a Tuesday night game there. So let's
Yay.
take a look at Friday night. North Texas, Charlotte, Boise State, Nevada. Taking a look at Saturday. UCLA. Can they upset Indiana? I can't wait to see this one. Wisconsin, Oregon, that won't be a game. Missouri, Vanderbilt. I don't know.
That's gonna be a
I'm
good
leaning
game.
Vanderbilt on that one.
I would too.
Texas, Mississippi State. Mississippi State, unfortunately, has not been doing that well in the SEC. They've had a pretty decent start. They're 4-3, I believe.
But
now
this
at
is the
point,
time to
but-
jump up and bite them.
Yes.
Do it.
Northwestern
Mississippi
5-2 against Nebraska 5-2, who won't be ranked next week. But that should be a
No.
good game. Illinois, Washington might be a decent game. Michigan State. You never know what's going to happen there. Minnesota, Iowa. I think both are 5-2 right now, so this could be a good game. Ole Miss, Oklahoma.
That's going to be a good game.
Oh,
Mateer's
man.
back to form. And after what I saw out of Ole Miss, wow. Yeah, that's going to be a shootout.
You got to watch out
man.
for their offense, though.
Yep.
So there you go. But that Oklahoma defense. So, hey, let's see. But I don't know. We didn't see much defense the other day. Syracuse at Georgia Tech might be a decent game. Virginia hopefully will beat up on North Carolina. The biggest game probably for the group of 5 this season so far, South Florida and Memphis.
Yeah.
Memphis
There we
coming
go.
off that loss. They won't be ranked next week. So they will need to win this game to have a chance. If they don't win this game, they could be a 10-2 team that misses the playoffs.
Oh.
There you go, which is what happened last year. They were
Wow.
10-2 and they missed a chance because they didn't even make their conference. So Kansas State at Kansas might be a decent game. SMU at Wake Forest. Let's see here. Gonna hurry along. Alabama, South Carolina.
Yeah.
BYU, Iowa State. Iowa State's been kind of falling off there.
Yeah,
so
they
I don't
are.
know. But it's a Big 12 game, so you never know. NC State and Pittsburgh might be a decent game. Let's see here. Oklahoma State and Texas. Well, Texas Tech gets a nice bounce back
Oh,
game.
my God, man.
Baylor and Cincinnati might be a decent game.
Yeah.
Big 12 game right there. TCU and West Virginia. West Virginia, definitely not that great, but Big 12 game. Stanford, Miami. Miami should bounce back in that one. Texas A&M and LSU. Ooh.
Come on, LSU.
Ooh.
We need you to come through, LSU.
There you go. This is their chance. If they don't win this one, LSU is out.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
This is their
it.
last hope right here.
They've got 2 losses. They're pretty much out anyway, if you ask me. But
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. So there's 2 different outs, right? There's the out of SEC championship, which doesn't mean as much anymore, and then there's the out of the playoffs.
yeah,
I think with 2 losses, they may be out of the SEC championship, but they're not out of the playoffs. So that's
Yeah.
what matters for sure.
yeah. Okay.
Tennessee, Kentucky, maybe Kentucky gave out. Who was it?
Tennessee's going to bounce back.
Yeah, Tennessee will probably bounce
Yeah.
back, but you never know. Houston and Arizona State. Both
That'll
of
be
these,
fun
I think,
to
will be
watch.
ranked. I think they'll both be ranked after today.
Yep.
So this will be good. And then, of course, Colorado always got some spotlight around it at Utah, who won't be
Yep.
ranked this week. So it's a good thing there. So, okay, just real quick, let's take a look at my rankings from last week.
I love it. I'm with you on this one, Gridiron. Why is a California team in the ACC?
Yeah, I'm hoping that some of those teams will just come back to the Pac-12 at some point.
Right.
But we'll see. Yeah, there's
Well,
definitely some.
they're going to have to
realignment.
prove that they can keep that conference together and move in the right direction first.
Yeah,
So.
they need. Well, I mean, they need a money deal. That's all that really matters.
Exactly.
At this point.
Yep.
So,
okay, go for it.
Take a look at the. Let's see. So this was last week's rankings. This is after we had known what the rankings were at the afternoon. Obviously, we can't do that this week because it's always at like 2:00. So this was kind of the differences between them. Of course, Miami's going to fall a lot in this one, which they did a little bit in my rankings, mainly because they didn't play a game last week. So they had fallen a little bit. But, yeah, here's some of the differences here for that.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
look, the farther this goes along, the more that yours is looking like the AP poll. Mm-hmm. There's a few differences. Some teams flipped, but they're looking a lot the same. But really, we need to look at what's happening this week, right?
Right. Yep.
And the
so
changes.
this is last week. My rankings from last week, and then this is the rankings for this week. This is after the games have been played. So on the right side, you can kind of see
where they moved
to.
Yeah.
Yep. So it gives you an idea of how far they've gone up.
USC dropped
down.
8. Wow.
They did. Yeah. So now I will do a caveat. You can see here that there is about 6 or 7 teams that are all 16 points. So at this point, at least in the top 25, I have sorted them into what I think it is. Mm-hmm. So there is a little bit of this. This is where my
personal preference. But then again, you watch all the games, so
right. So in this case, Miami drops. They're still a game behind. You can see they're the only team in the top 25 that's only played 6 games rather than 7. So they could be potentially a little higher on this. But, you can see Indiana. They're tied with Texas A&M. I just feel like what the wins that Indiana's had, even though they have the same amount of points, I like their wins better. So I put them up a spot. Alabama has been killing it points-wise, so that's why they're number 4. Notre Dame has actually been doing really good in the point system, so that's why they're in the top 5. Georgia Tech at 6. Georgia, let's see, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, they went down, obviously, for their losses. Ole Miss down for their losses. BYU got a nice win. Vanderbilt got a really nice win with a big 15-point swing on that, or 15-position swing on that one. Oklahoma goes up. Miami went down. Oregon goes up. Cincinnati definitely deserved to go up. I think South Florida, just went down mainly because of just all the other teams that had better quality wins. Unfortunately, South Florida is most likely going to stay around here because they play in AAC, right? Mm-hmm. So their quality of wins aren't going to be as good as a lot of these other teams. But USC falls quite a bit. I did finally get Iowa State out of my top 25, as they should be.
Yeah, they should be. Yeah.
So they were tied in points, but I decided to keep them out. Tulane, TCU, Arizona State, Michigan jumping in, and Utah also jumping in. Or Missouri also jumping back into the top 25 for this week. So and then lastly, I'll mention is the Group of 5 race. Mm-hmm. So here you can see South Florida and Tulane. They were last week. They were the top 2 favorites. Memphis was up there too. Yeah, Memphis, unfortunately, with their loss, they dropped a bit there. Hawaii, with the help of that,
the Warriors.
They're the only team that's played 8 games, so they do get a little bit of a favor there with a point or two. But they are now number 3 in the point system, so they'll get a bye week here soon. And, of course, a couple teams still only have 6 games. Navy didn't play this week. San Diego State didn't play this week.
I was going to say, once they've played the same amount of games as the rest of them, Navy's going to shoot to the top, man.
They could.
Good watch.
Absolutely. Yeah. They could.
Real quick, Joker's Voice says, morning, boys. My alma mater didn't have a football team, Cal State Fullerton, but my Patriots, who knew? Yeah, they've turned it around this year. They really have, man. That win against Buffalo was something else. Good to see you, Joker Voice. Good to see you. Go ahead, man. Finish up.
Yeah. So, of course, So, and that's always been the caveat of this ranking list is the fact that not all the same amount of games have been played. Here's kind of my cutoff point right here at 25. So I still try to keep track of the ones that have about 2 losses,
Right.
because I still want to count them in my system. So what I'll do is I'll update the points and then I'll basically resort it.
Yep. Yep.
And they fall where they do.
It looks good to me. I'm buying into the knock list so far, man. I really am. It looks good. It's dangerously close to the AP poll, but then again, at this point of the season, we've got a lot more information now, and that AP poll is going to start to look right.
Well, I mean, and we're only using the AP poll until November 4th. So, what I'm really interested to see how my list stacks up to the college playoff rankings.
Right.
Which are the ones that matter.
See how that looks.
So that's what I'm really, really wanting to see, because we're not going to have hoity-toity fucking reporters that don't know what the hell they're doing, that just crawl out of bed and make our rankings.
He's calling them out.
Absolutely, yeah. Those are the people. A lot of them.
The knock list. Saying it the way it is, man. Wow.
A lot of them are just don't really actually watch the games like some of us do. So that was pretty much the reason why I wanted to create this list. So I think it's come out pretty well.
Well, it's good, man. Well, it's good. Well, thanks for the report, bro. Looks great. College football in the bag for this week. John, you keep popping up that playoff tree. Is that the one for our college football game?
Oh, do we have a tree?
But it keeps crashing, so I'll just tell you what it is.
Can you take a screenshot?
No, because it's coming through my...
Don't worry about it. Just tell us what it is. Tell us what it is.
This
is, by the way, guys, all three of us play college football 26 in a dynasty mode, and we're fixing to hear where we're at and what we're doing in the playoffs.
We might actually play each other this year.
We might actually. Let's do it. Go.
We don't play anyone the first. None of us play anyone the first one.
That's because we're dumb.
We're top
all
3.
Dumb.
We're all top 4.
Yeah, we're all top 4. Woo! I squeaked in at the 4th spot.
Nice.
Oh, snap.
Nice.
I knocked
Joe was
LSU
complaining
because
he just wasn't ranking high at the beginning of the season.
No.
And now he's made it into the top 4. So there you go, Joe. It works out.
Yep.
That's right. Well, I'm in the SEC now. I'm the defensive coordinator for Bama, trying to make a name for myself. Anyway, go ahead.
But it's Florida State, Oregon, Alabama, and my college UCM. So,
wow, there you go. All right.
I'll play the winner of LSU Tulane. You'll play the winner.
Who's you? Me or Knock?
Knock will play the winner of Clemson Notre Dame. You'll play the winner of Joe. You'll play the winner of Michigan and Miami. And Oregon has TCU or Penn State.
Wow. Oregon got the easiest road, didn't they? Shit.
I'll probably, if we go, I'll probably play, because I think we're going to discuss it here in a bit. But looking at these early afternoon games, they suck. So I'm willing to play my game today.
Yeah, I'll play some today, but I've got a show that I've got to start preparing at 4:00. So that's when I'm done.
No, I got you. I'm just saying.
Absolutely. Okay, guys, we got that to look forward to, and we've also got the NFL. Now we have to start with. Let's see. Let me go ahead and get the schedule up. We got to start with Thursday night. We got to talk Thursday night. The Icy Hot Bowl. And it didn't disappoint, boys and girls. It did not. I was at work, so I could only see about the fourth quarter of it. I did watch the first drive where Rodgers took him right down the field. But Joe Flacco, Dan Marino-like even, back there slicing up the Pittsburgh defense. My God, what has happened to the Pittsburgh defense? Wow. It was fun to watch, though, because you know what? It went right down to the wire. They were, by the time the Bengals went up 33-31, there was what, guys? Like, after the kickoff, there was like 7 seconds left. And Aaron Rodgers did what he always does, man. He hit one of those corner routes on the sideline and got it within Hail Mary range, and he put up a Hail Mary. They had a chance, man.
I mean,
and the Bengals knocked it down.
Hail Mary.
Yeah. Well,
for him, it was Hail Mary because it was on the 31. Most Hail Marys are at the 50 or from the 50.
Right, but you know what I'm saying? First of all, I was shocked he got it that far because he is an old man now. But
He went backwards too.
Yeah, right. But it made it to the goal line. The Bengals knocked it down and won the game. But man, Flacco, wow! Now we know why the head coach of the friggin' Steelers, Mike Tomlin, was so upset with the Cleveland Browns at that press conference earlier this week. He's like, I don't know why you trade a guy in division that's going to end up hurting you to another team, and it hurt him right out the gate. Wow. I don't know if you guys saw that. Yeah, I think he knew what was coming. It's starting to look like the Pittsburgh Steelers are only as good as the competition they've faced. They may be paper champions. This has been a dominant ever since Lamar Jackson's gotten in there. It's stuck on spinning. Ah, well. We'll just keep going. Let's see what's going on Rumble real quick.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay, yeah. Very strange. It's weird how this works out sometimes. Okay, so let's get back to the NFL and see what's going on here. But anyway, John, what did you think of that Thursday night game? Did you love it?
He's living in fear right now. Flacco.
Fear of Flacco?
They're 3-4 now. They're coming back.
Oh, man, bullshit.
Might see Flacco in the playoffs there.
His hatred is for Joe Burrow. It's not Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a little worried about Flacco. Flacco in the playoffs, I don't know.
Doesn't the Broncos have the Bengals today, I think?
No, we have the Giants.
Oh, you got the Giants.
Why would you have the
Right.
Bengals? The Bengals
Yeah, the Bengals already played.
That's right.
Come on,
you
bro.
already played. Okay.
I know it's a Thursday, but, man, it's still this week.
Okay. But, John, final thoughts on this game, dude?
I thought it was surprisingly good.
Yeah. It was amazing, wasn't it?
I called it the Grandpa Bowl, and they were playing like Brady and Manning.
By the way, the lineman that tackled Rodgers on the sideline after one of the touchdowns was
he was celebrating, and he jumped on Rodgers' back, and Rodgers come unglued, man. That was great. That was awesome.
My goodness. Just so many golden moments in this game.
Right. What in the hell? What's going on? Good to see you, Connie Cleary. How are you? We just got done talking Pittsburgh and the Bengals. Great game. I enjoyed every minute of it. It was good to see Joe Flacco again. The Flacco-sance continues.
And then when they got the field goal, he's just sitting on the bench like, man, can I go to bed yet?
Right. Can I take a nap now?
Did we win? Oh, okay.
Did
I'm
we win
used
yet?
to that. Been there, done that. Coming to another team and won a game. That's what I do.
Yeah, it's what I do. I just step up. Yeah. What's the other guy that does that? He's a backup. Good Lord. Actually, he took Minnesota to the championship game one year, and they lost. Case Keenum. Case Keenum.
Yeah.
That's another one. Just steps off the bench and wins.
That was the Case Keenum, Tom Brady, Blake Bortles, and I can't remember the other guy championship weekend.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, right now, let's give you an update on what's going on over in jolly old England. This is the last game in England. We've got 2 more international games. We've got one in Germany and one in Spain. But this is the last game in London. And the home team for London, the Jaguars, are getting thumped. No action so far in the third quarter with 4 minutes and 51
they had
seconds left.
Once again gone for it on 4th and 7 on the Rams 30-ish.
Uh-huh.
And Lawrence basically got sacked and tried to throw it away. Ball went like 5 yards. And so Rams got the ball back.
Look, they've been winning,
but they are punting.
Guys.
The Jags are getting it now.
Yeah. Well, the Jags have been winning, but it's obviously they're riding Etienne and the defense because I don't see anything out of Mr. Fabio to make me have trust in that guy at all. But anyway, we'll keep you up to date on it if anything happens before we get out of here. First up on the afternoon slate at 1 o'clock Eastern, noontime Central, we've got the New Orleans Saints versus the Chicago Bears. The Saints, guys, they've only been blown out once this year. And that's when they went to Seattle. They got smoked up there, but they've been in every game so far. Rattler is actually improving week to week. I'm going with the Bears just because they're the home team, but I would not be surprised if Caleb Williams gives them a few turnovers in the second half of this game, and the Saints jump up and bite them. Both teams have decent defenses and questionable at the quarterback position. I mean, I say questionable. Caleb Williams has the talent. It's just, does he have it up here? And I just don't think he has it there yet. They hired, what's the guy's name from Detroit, Ben Johnson, to fix that in him, and it's looking better, but it's still not all the way there. John, what do you think of this one?
Well, I'm actually, Spencer Rattler looked halfway decent last game.
Uh-huh.
So team will actually be able to beat Crybaby Caleb. So I'm actually going to pull for the Saints. I'm going to go for Saints.
Okay, all right. I got you down for New Orleans. Are you sure? Now remember, you can pull for a team all day long. We're trying to pick these games. Who's going to win?
I think the Saints are going to upset the Bears.
Okay, all right. Ron, what do you think about this one?
Listen, only crazy people would do things like pick the Jags over the Rams and the Saints over the Bears. I already did one of those today, so I'm not going to do it again. I'm going Bears.
Yeah, there you go. I was fixing to say, come on, you got to rein yourself in at some point if you want to remain competitive.
I had Rams picked all week long. I usually do my picks on like Wednesday or Thursday, and I was like, screw it. Upset weekend. I got into the hype, and it just was not meant to be. The Jags suck. 3 chances in the red zone, or close to the red zone, or into it.
It's Fabio,
0
man.
points.
Just bad decision making.
The first field goal was blocked, and then they stopped. They just gave up. So at the very least, they possibly could have at least 6 points here, if you include that blocked field goal, taking away 3 points there. So it's yeah.
So in this one you're going with Chicago.
I'm going to go with Chicago. I think I don't know. It's hard for me to pick the Saints. I mean, have they been in games? Yes.
They've won one game.
But their defense still is not good. I think the Bears, with that Pat Tillman legacy, can get some turnovers.
Yeah.
Or not Pat, excuse me. Who am I thinking of? It's not Pat Tillman. It's who's the guy that punches the ball out?
Peanut Tillman.
Peanut Tillman. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Close. Start with a P. I knew it started with a P, but
you had a Joe moment there.
Yeah. So, and then when he's on script, Caleb Williams is fine.
Yeah.
But I think they may have found a running game.
It's the second half. It's that off-script stuff.
It's the second half, The off-script stuff that just gets them in trouble. So it's like, it's there, but and I do like, you mentioned Ben Johnson. They have been trying to do some trick plays.
Yeah.
Now, they haven't been successful quite because you're asking head case there to make it, execute properly, which sometimes he does. And a lot of times
he had a good showing last week. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he had a good show. It was the Commanders that they beat. So that's a decent team.
Yep.
So he's got some buffer room right now. So can he make it consistent? That's the question. So I guess we'll find out.
All right, next up. Look.
How?
First of all, this may be dice cam time, huh, John? What do you think? Maybe dice cam?
Really?
He says
no. He doesn't trust the Dolphins.
Well, then tell us about it. Why is it not dice cam? Go ahead and fill us in on that.
Browns have a much better defense.
It's true.
This is gonna be a low scoring game, and Browns defense is gonna pull it out.
Okay.
Browns have some good pieces on offense there. I mean, they got
two
some really good tight ends in Juku and Fannin. I think they can run the ball. They got Judkins, that running back, their rookie running back, who's looked really good. The Dolphins' defense is awful.
Yeah, they suck. This is a great time for Gabriel, for Dylan Gabriel to get some well-earned reps. Yeah.
So I mean, if the Browns don't win this one, I'm going to be shocked. That's to say, I'm picking the Browns.
Yeah, I'm picking the Browns as well. And I think this may be the death knell for Mike McDaniel down in Miami.
I wish they
think
would
he
trade
probably.
Waddle away.
Yeah, yes, they have got some pieces on
Connie.
that team that really don't deserve what's going on there. They really don't. Of course, this is just me. You know how you guys. Well, Knock was around me when T.O. was playing, but I really think guys like Tyreek Hill eat away at a team when they're on them, and I think that's what's happened here in Miami. I really do. If you saw the comments that Tua made this week. He was calling guys out for not coming to meetings and that kind of thing, and it just doesn't sound good there. It does not sound good in Miami at all.
It always reminds me of one of the greats, Tony Gonzalez, who wasted his career away in Kansas City.
Right.
Hey,
Such a terrible time for him.
Yeah, it was.
Didn't get to a playoff
we
game until he moved to the Falcons.
We sucked during that era. Okay, we had some
The
flashes.
one
He was the
Joe-
best player on that team at that time, bro. Okay.
We had Joe
time.
Montana
It was
for a
great
couple of
time, but
years,
not for him.
Yeah.
and it could have happened, but it didn't. So
That one season where they had 0 touchdowns with their receivers, that was so fun to watch.
It was ugly. Yeah. Unbelievable. Okay, so we're all on board with the Cleveland Browns in this one. Even look, this is how bad things are in Miami. Guys, we're picking a quarterback that hasn't won a game yet and does not look like he even knows what he's doing out there half the time. We're picking that.
I feel like
over
between
this
me and
Miami
John,
team.
We've looked at all the things that they do have.
Yeah.
Which is they have running back, they have a defense, a really good defense that's been getting wasted. But they have weapons on this, and Miami's defense is awful. So those weapons that they do have, they're not crazy world beaters, but they're pretty decent weapons in tight end and running back. You got Jerry Jeudy still there, so I mean they have.
And this is the defense to play against.
Absolutely.
You're playing the scout team today. Take advantage of it, guys. I mean, good God, wow. It's bad down in Miami on defense right now. It really is. But anyway, next up, we've got from these guys' division, the AFC West. We got a matchup of John's Chiefs hosting the Las Vegas Raiders. And I got news for you. If you don't win this game today, there's something wrong. You got Rashid Rice back.
Yep.
He should show out against his team.
I couldn't get him in fantasy. Someone else.
I got him.
No, he was,
I grabbed him. I was like, yeah, give me
I was
Rashid.
too high on the waiver wire. Someone below me in the waiver wire got him before me, so I couldn't get him.
I grabbed him and I'm starting him.
I'm looking for a big
I hope he
Chiefs
does
win
terrible.
here today. But then again, it's a division game. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
The
Max
running
Crosby.
back. Max Crosby and what's your Boise State guy that's running the ball? He's doing really good.
Oh, Genty. Yeah,
Yes,
Genty's
Gentry's
really
getting
good.
some yards. But teams are loading up against him because
Trey Tucker's doing well there.
looks like we made the right move getting rid of Geno Smith when we did because he turned into a human jugs machine all of a sudden. So, it's bad. The Chiefs on paper should win this game going away. They should.
I
And
don't
I'm
know
taking
if Brock
them.
Bowers is back.
Huh?
No, I don't think he is.
I don't think, but they have a Myers, I think. Who's their other? They have a pretty decent tight end though. And then they got Trey Tucker, who's a pretty decent wide receiver. But
You guys would know. I wouldn't. This is your division. So
it's going to be on if they can get Genty running room, and then what Max Crosby does. Could Max Crosby get to that? That Chiefs line has been kind of suspect. So
Actually, that Chiefs line has. Well, he didn't really go AWOL. He told the coach, and the coach, he's basically been put on. He put on the
the non-injury,
non-injury, non-injury
IR list
missing.
or whatever.
Yeah,
designated non-player, whatever,
yeah, whatever it is,
or do not play.
NPI, NPI, yeah. But so it's and he's half Samoan, so I can understand that. Their family ties are really strong.
Okay, so next up, boys and girls, this should be an interesting game. Philadelphia reeling after 2 losses in a row, 2 bad losses in a row. They have not looked good in either game. One of them against the Giants, who have a great front four. I don't know about their entire defense, but
They're back in.
all of a sudden they can't run the football. Was Saquon Barkley? How is that possible? That's just really strange to me. Anyway, they are going to Minnesota to play a team that is so handcuffed at the quarterback position. It's not even funny. And actually, Carson Wentz has produced a win for him in his tenure as the backup stepping in, the old man stepping off the bench. Philadelphia Eagles at the Minnesota Vikings. I struggle with this one, boys and girls, because Philly is under some pressure to win. Meanwhile, Minnesota, they have a really good defense. They got a good running game, but they're just handcuffed to the quarterback position. But I do know this. If you throw on Philly, the book on them this year, if you can throw, you can light them up and win. Their secondary, of course, we know they lost most of their secondary in the offseason. And these guys just haven't gelled yet in the secondary. And I got to say, their pass rush hasn't been good this year either. So this one could be a little bit of a shootout, man, even though it is Carson Wentz. This is rough. This one's hard for me to pick. I'm going to listen to you two on this one. Knock. Tell me who's going to win this game and why.
Well, I actually haven't really watched a whole lot of the Vikings, really. So it's kind of hard for me to gauge this. I think the Eagles will be fine as far as the run games go. I think that will eventually pick up. Saquon's too good to be held back forever. I think last week they got away from the run, which is a problem. Pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Saquon was getting like 5-6 yard average carry, and they just didn't carry. They didn't run the ball.
Yeah,
and
they started throwing it, and I don't know what it is with Hurts, but some games he looks like Joe Montana, and other games he looks like friggin' Cam Newton, dude. Like he's trying to throw it through a wall or something. I don't. Maybe he's pressing or something, or could it be that he's hurt? Could that be what it is?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. I think the run, if they just commit to the run, as every fan for the last 10 years have been wanting them to do.
Right.
And when they do it well. Then, come on, don't give up on it so damn easily is the biggest thing.
Yep.
We can see what you're doing there, Joe.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. I was trying to say hi. I didn't want to shut things down just to say hi to my friend. That's Mudbug is John, or excuse me, Don. I used to work with him. It's good to see you, buddy. That's why he calls me the old man. Anyway, go ahead.
So no, I'm picking the Eagles this week. I think they'll get right, but mainly it's mainly because I just don't know a whole lot about the Vikings. You say their defense is good. I can't speak to that. I like their weapons. Obviously, they got one of the best wide receivers.
Oh man, they do.
I always forget Hawkinson is in Detroit now, right? He started the tight end.
The tight end, yes.
He started in Viking. I always forget which one he went to. But I like they got Addison there, a wide receiver.
Yeah, this team is like the Bengals. They've got a great wide receiving core, but nobody to get them the ball. It's ridiculous.
No, I don't know what McCarthy's issue is at this point. I don't know when he's coming back. So I just don't know a lot about the Vikings. So I think the Eagles will be fine if they just run the damn ball.
Yeah.
Which is always the case.
John?
Skull.
He's taking the Minnesota Vikings. He's taking a defense.
Yep.
The defense is good. It really is. Well, hey, what can you say, man? Look who is here. He's done with his honeydew list. What's up? Good to see you, Highlander.
Man.
What's up?
Yeah.
Surprised he's here, considering what time it is.
Yeah.
He didn't want to talk about that. He don't want to.
No. Hey, I can take my licks. Yeah. I was.
I was fixing to say, guys, he's not going to shy away from it. He's not shying away from it.
I'm talking about it being Terry time.
Right?
Yeah, I just finished moving Kim's. She's got a new stand for all of her computers, and I had to mount her monitors and relocate her keyboard. So, but I'm done. And worst loss in a long time for LSU. And Kelly's got to go. So, continue.
As Joe's calling him, Jim Kelly.
Yeah, I've been calling him Jim Kelly all morning.
Yeah, he just cannot seem to win the big
games. His
games. So terrible. So
Brian Kelly, man. Ugh, yeah. Well, what you gonna do, Danny? Your thoughts on this one? Minnesota hosting the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles. They're in their little funk again. I'm going to take the Eagles. Are the Eagles at home or are they at Minnesota?
They're at Minnesota.
Oof. I'm taking the Vikings.
Oh, boy. Okay,
Taking the
Dan.
Vikings. Yep.
Gotcha.
I'm out on that limb. Hey, look, it worked out for the Bengals, so I'm going to go on that limb. I got to catch up.
I need to get that picture in here, don't I, Dan? So I can put it up for that limb.
You really
right?
do. For those of us brave enough to get out on the limb. So there you go.
Yeah, I switched my vote this morning to the Jags. It's not going well.
That's you two are out on that limb on that one. Yeah.
What's the score?
21. Actually, yeah. Let's go ahead and update. 21-0 still. We're into the fourth. The Rams rolled up 21 in the first half and haven't relinquished it yet. So
Great.
I think the Rams just got a first down penalty.
The Jacksonville Jaguars keep getting in the red zone, and Fabio keeps fucking it up. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Vikings at home.
Yeah, you're going to take the Vikings at home. Okay, bro. Gotcha. John, what do you like in this one?
I already picked the
Did you?
Vikings.
That's right. You got the Vikings.
Scored.
Skol. I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles. They've had 2 bad losses in a row. I think they're going to go ahead and bounce back. I think, like Knock was saying, just hand the ball to Saquon, will you? Come on. It's obvious what your strength is. Quit shying away from it. Just do it, man. It's ridiculous. Okay, next up, we got the Carolina Panthers, the suddenly resurgent Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
Going into the 0-6 New York fucking Jets, man. I'm taking Carolina in this one. I don't think I need to expand on that too much. I will say that the Panthers defense is better than advertised. Dallas looks like idiots for getting rid of Dowdell. Is that how you pronounce his last name?
Like
my
Dowdle.
God. Wow, that guy's tearing it up right now. And
I liked him when he was with the Cowboys.
And their quarterback, Bryce Young, is not messing it up. So I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers in this one. Danny, who you like in this one? That's your nemesis there, the Carolina Panthers. What do you think?
Yeah, going with the Jets at home. There you go.
Going out on a limb. Okay, got it.
Hey, okay, you guys talk about it. I'm going to
be out there until the sucker breaks. There you
go. Okay, John, what do you like in this one?
Not a lot, but I'm going with Carolina.
Okay. Simple enough. Ron, what do you think of this one, buddy?
I'm going with Carolina.
He says Carolina. Give me Carolina all day long. The Jets they're just in a perennial funk, man.
It's really hard to when you think about the Jets. For me, it's the mindset of I always think of the Jets defense as the Rex Ryan Jets defense,
right?
And they haven't been that in quite a while.
No,
and I haven't wrapped my head around it. So whenever I think of them, I think that defense, and it disappeared. And so now, couple that with a bad offense, it's 0-6.
Yep. So, there you have it, boys and girls. There's not much more to be said about that one. Talk about suddenly resurgent. The AFC East leading New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Going into... Oh, my God. Going into Tennessee.
Uh-oh. Trap game.
Trap game, my ass.
No.
I know you're not taking the Titans.
No, I'm not.
Better than this.
I'm not. But I'm. Look. Titans just fired their coach.
They just fired their coach.
Okay.
Gotcha.
We know what happens when you fire a coach.
In college,
they're different.
This year, yes, it's turned around programs with that happening.
I don't know. Just saying.
Yeah.
It's going to be exactly the same because you honcho in charge.
We'll see what happens, man.
Never know.
See what happens, but I don't think it's going to happen. That's for sure. John, what do you think of this one?
Drake May. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
4th and 1, and Stafford just threw a nice little bomb for the touchdown.
Wow. On a 4th and 1?
4th and 1, they went.
Freaking Jaguars.
Danny, by the way, is a closet case Jaguars fan, but I don't think he's too committed as long as Fabio's under center for him. Am I correct in saying that, Dan?
Yes.
Ever since
the Brunel era, but
yeah,
I don't know if Lawrence bumped his head after he fell down on the ground against the Chiefs and then scored a touchdown. I don't know. He just hasn't been the same since.
Yeah.
He is not a consistent quarterback. He just isn't.
No,
So,
he's not. Absolutely not. Okay, let's see.
I'm
John,
taking
you
the
already talked
Viking.
about that one.
I'm taking the Patriots, by the way,
Yep.
against the Titans. I
There
think it'll
you
be
go.
close. I think the Titans are going to play them tough, but I think New England will win an ugly game.
I don't think this game is going to be close myself. I think that Mike Vrabel is chomping at the bit to stomp the fuck out of the organization
that's true.
that
is
pretty
true.
much
They're away.
railroaded him. They railroaded him. They basically blackballed him. The only reason why he has a coaching job is the New England Patriots hired him
I
because
think,
he used to play for him.
Joe, I think for one game, Philly should trade A.J. Brown to the Patriots.
Right?
Just to play
Holy
this game.
shit. Yeah, and let's go ahead and get that running back from Baltimore, King Henry. Let's
Yeah,
bring
get
him
Henry.
into the
Get Henry
Patriots
for a
fold
day.
for one game, just one game. Watch
That would be
Vrabel and
pretty funny. I
those
didn't even
two
think of
just
Henry. I'm thinking
fucking
A.J. Brown, but you're
destroy
right.
that team.
That would be
Look,
great.
When he was in Tennessee, he was handcuffed with Ryan Tannehill, okay?
Mhm.
And he had some great pieces there. We just named two of them. And he had that team was ready to go through a wall for that guy, and then ownership said, well, we're going to go ahead and get rid of A.J. Brown. And he had said he wanted to keep him. He had said it in interviews. And that caused a split that just fractured away. And they finally, when they let him go, though, they didn't just let him go. They pretty much put out the word that he was hard to work with. And look, I'm telling you, New England is going to be doing everything they can to stomp the shit out of that team today. But believe that. The Titans, yeah, they've got a good young talent in Ward. I do like what I've seen out of him. He's improving. But, yeah, they're
weapons.
running into a buzzsaw today. And this may be the peak for the Patriots this year. I think they're going to make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to be world beaters this year or anything like that. But they're definitely going to show out for this one. That's for sure. It's a revenge thing for their coach today. Believe that.
It's funny you mentioned that, and I think if I remember correctly, was it before they played the Bills? Highlander said, that offense isn't any world beaters or anything like that, but they're pretty good. And then later that day, when they were beating up on whoever they were, I think it was on the Bills or whatever team New England was playing.
Yeah.
John was like, "Man, they look like world beaters" in the chat. And I'm like, oh, man, was that an homage to Highlander? And now, once again, you're mentioning you don't think that New England's going to be world beaters. So, to me, it sounds like they're going to be world beaters today just to prove everyone that says they're not world beaters wrong.
Like I said,
I just found that sequence fun.
Right, yeah. I just know, look, he can say it doesn't matter all he wants. I guarantee you Vrabel wants to stick it to this team bad. I guarantee you. They railroaded him, and I'm looking forward to watching it myself. I hope they show it. And much like Highlander being a Closet Case Jaguars fan, he knows I'm a Closet Case Titan fan. We watched the Oilers growing up, and they moved to Tennessee, and I've always liked the blue. And,
it's too bad that they can't recover that logo and that because I guess the Houston people, whoever the ownership group was,
they wear it occasionally, Dan.
They
wear it
occasionally.
occasionally.
Yeah, I think they still.
They do occasionally, but
looks better than that
it's
shit
like
they
the
wear now.
Fantastic Four, where they have to keep making movies every once in a while. Houston has to wear the emblem every once in a while, just to keep it. It's one of
Lovely
those
Blue
things.
was awesome back in the
Yeah,
70s.
it was.
By the way, before we go to the next set of games, I do want to mention I think this is probably one of the worst slates of early afternoon games I've ever seen. So
it's going to be a lot of ass stomping going on.
I probably won't watch every game. I'll just put replay on, and that's it, and then just play college football because this looks pretty awful.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Good to see you, Keely Chow. I hope you enjoyed the short I made yesterday. I made that thumbnail just for you with the Roll Tide girls on it. So I didn't know if you saw that or not, but go check out my latest short. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, next up, we've got Knox. Denver Broncos and that killer defense hosting, what do they call them? The Psycho Teammates? Something like that? Scattaboo and
Psycho Killer.
Jackson Dart and Cam Scattaboo.
Wow, man.
Rookie sensations.
This should be a fun game to watch. But
I hope not.
I want to remind you a not so great defense in New Orleans kind of took those two apart. Really, they made them look very, very mortal down in the Dome, and this is an excellent defense in the Denver Broncos.
It is, but it's also an inept offense. So,
oh my God, yeah, they're way
beat
underperforming.
the Jets by 2 points, and that should have never happened.
Was in England. Now you know we got travel issues there and everything like that, but it's been this way all season long for the Denver Broncos. They really haven't busted loose like the
Only
Sean
time
Payton
was
offenses usually do. So
it was only during the Bengals that we did, and then the Bengals defense is just awful.
Just
so that was
horrible.
The only time we won by more than 2 scores or by more than a score.
So I'm picking the Broncos today. I think their defense is going to carry them. I think Sean Payton will scheme enough to get enough points on the board to beat this team. That's just me, though. John, what do you think? Do you think the psycho teammates are going to go in there and make some noise?
Psycho killer.
Right?
Yeah, I'm going to go out on that limb.
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
I got to take
shit.
Scadaboo off my starting line. By the way, I can't root for him.
You picked him up on fantasy?
I've had him. No, I drafted him. I've had him for quite a while,
Okay. All right.
and he's been really good. He got 31 points for me last week, and I still lost.
Really?
It's a shame.
Okay. So, Dan, what do you think of this one, bro?
We'll see. I mean, the young quarterback and the tailback. I mean, he's going to do his thing. As long as you're blocking for him, he's going to be all right. He's got that natural skill. It's the quarterback that comes out of Ole Miss. You got to get some tape on him, and eventually they'll keep him in that pocket where he's going to have to make reads. I think that'll happen today in Denver. I think Denver will win. I like Denver. They win games. However they're doing it, they win games. So I'll take Denver.
Mm-hmm. Ron, how you feeling about your team today?
The most frustrating team to watch this season. I mean, our only losses.
I guess you haven't seen New Orleans Saints. Almost win games. Almost win games. Almost win games. Almost win games.
Well, I've also seen them get blown out too. So
Yes, frustrating.
But it's frustrating, as in the drama at the end of games, because it's just our two losses were by field goals. By the way, Keely, I think you'll like my rankings this week. Alabama's pretty high, but
Saints have only won one game. Frustrating.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's. I'm glad we're winning. I'm glad we're on this side of the win column, kind of thing. But we could be 6-0 right now if our offense did better. So I think we leave way too many points on the field, way too much. Just sometimes there's just way too many freaking screen calls. Our run game isn't there, and it's so frustrating to watch our team not run the ball and still try to do play action. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Where you're not running. They're never. If you ever watch the Broncos play and they do a play action, there's always a guy in Bo Nix's face.
Wow.
Because they're never scared of the run.
They may want to get away from that today with this front four. It
just doesn't make sense to me why they keep wanting to do it. And then it's always those stupid screens. They do toss plays to the outside. I hate toss plays, by the way. In any football, I hate toss plays. There's always
Green Bay
calls.
Packers won championships with that.
I'm sure back in the day, back in the ye old times, it was great. But in today's game, there's always holding. The blocks never hold up, especially for our team.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but they always want to toss the ball for some freaking reason. There's never cut back lanes for our guys. So it's just it's very frustrating to watch this offense go at sometimes. The defense is awesome.
So who you
Knox
picking?
makes a good point as far as the run game goes. It's hard to run the football now the way they call holding. He makes a great point. It's a different game.
Yeah, it's true. Who you got in this one, buddy?
I'm going to be going with my Broncos. I think Scadaboo is,
and that's the last time I'm going to say anything positive about Knox. I still don't know why he's able to talk on this show.
No, so I think our defense can definitely win us this game. Scadaboo, I think, is more good for like the goal line and stuff like that. He got 3 touchdowns last week, and that's because he didn't run for gazillion yards. He did well within the 20. So I think we keep them out of the red zone, force them to do field goals, and just the offense needs to click. We need more points. Yeah. That's the thing. If our offense played half as well as our defense plays,
right, give you half as much production. Yeah,
just for
blowing
some
teams
reason,
out. Really,
Sutton disappears. Mims is one or two plays, maybe a game. It's just there's no deep ball. That's the most troubling part. There's no deep ball.
Yeah, and when I do see him throw a deep ball, it's never on target. It's like they don't have the timing down right. Okay, one real quick. I want to mention this because my brother mentioned this to me when I was watching this guy last year, Scadaboo specifically. He thinks he's going to have a very short career the way he runs, and I'm starting to agree with him. I've watched him in a couple of games, and this guy. They call him Psycho for a reason. He likes to put his head down, and
Psycho killer.
He's going to take a lot of punishment. I really would like to see them get another back and really make them the featured back and have Scadaboo for what you're talking about, Knox.
And call him the Goon Squad?
Yeah. Call it the Goon Squad, whatever you want to call it. But this guy toting it every down, it would be like Mike Allstott back in the day, toting it every down for the Buccaneers. It's just not going to work that way. Yeah, the guy's great. He can break tackles and all that good stuff, but eventually he's going to get hurt, right, Dan? I mean, yeah, his play style.
His size. I mean, he's thick. He's a thick guy, but he's just not overly big. And at the NFL level, I think his style is going to, it's going to be detrimental. I don't know that he's going to. Derrick Henry can go 10 years because of his size.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is taking a lot of shots already in his career. He doesn't. He's the same size as or height as Emmitt Smith, but he's not as shifty as Emmitt Smith. Emmitt didn't take big hits until late in his career. This guy's taking big hits already. He's fun to watch. You like that, but I think because of his size, his career is going to be short.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I'd like to see them do a thunder and lightning thing, like when they went to the Super Bowl with Kerry Collins. I'd like to see him have a scat back to run most of the time on first and second down. You know what I mean? Anyway, okay. Next up, quietly 5-1, leading their division.
Danny Dimes.
The Indianapolis Colts going into Los Angeles to play the Chargers at SoFi. This, I'd love to see this one. It's at 3:00 West Coast. I would love to see this game, man. I hope they show it locally. I really do. I don't know if they will, but man, I would love to see this game. Taylor is doing what Taylor thinks. He's getting the yards this year. I think he's the leading rusher right now, isn't he? And then you've got a beat-up Chargers team. I don't know how many pieces they're getting back on their front line. I know the tackles have been out, right? Guys, you know more about this than me. It's your division. Knock, tell me about the Chargers and who you think is going to win this one.
I think the Chargers continue their snake-bitten ways. Just something. I mean, they've definitely been better.
Mm-hmm.
They lost those 2 games in a row after starting fast. Had a nice game last week, I believe. But the Colts are just on fire, man.
Yeah,
so,
they are.
I don't know. But the Chargers actually looking at the statistics, their defense is rated pretty high.
Yeah.
Actually. And I think that's through the air, too. So there's definitely some good there. But I think it's just always the old Phillip Rivers, man. They just do something at the end of the games that cost them.
Chargers are going to charge her? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm picking the Colts. I'm sticking with Danny Dimes at least until week 15 or so when the Colts collapse into themselves like they do every year, like they did with Matt Ryan. But for now, I'm riding the wave.
Yeah, I hear you.
Only lost once.
Danny, what do you think of this one? I know you love the way the Colts are playing football. I know you're digging that.
I'm telling you right now, if you look at the overall teams that are really surging early, right? The Colts, you got to be impressed with what they're doing. They got balance. They get to the ball. They create turnovers. And as long as they can keep Taylor healthy, he is a real weapon. Really good running back. Really good running back.
And you're right.
And that helps. In the lead. Yeah, and that helps Brown. When you have a good run game that you can lean on, it helps. Play action. Knox talked about it earlier. I don't know why I'm repeating anything Knox says, but Yes. Play
right
action.
twice a day like
if you're
a clock, at
gonna
least.
if you're gonna run play action, you got to have a run game. Because if you don't, they're gonna run right past him. They're going right to the quarterback. And yeah, Indianapolis has that. They got good balance, defense, special teams. They're playing some good ball. If everybody stays healthy, that's to me that so far that's the most impressive team.
And
I
now
like
they're
them
part of
against
the
the Chargers.
NFC according to that ranking from last week.
Right?
Ooh.
Unbelievable. Check your fucking shit, man. There was an article last week, Danny, that called them leading the NFC. I'm like, what the? Come on, people. So you got Indianapolis in this one, I'm hearing? Yes?
Yes, sir. Indianapolis. Yes, I'm.
Okay.
I'm actually building my new chair right now as we talk. So.
Oh, okay. No problem, bro.
Joe, sorry,
yes.
just real quick before we end the show, I would like to go over the stat leaders this week if we can.
Yeah, absolutely. No problem. John, who you like?
I go Danny Dimes. Till he proves that he's
Going to regress?
Are the
Yeah.
Colts not the darlings of this season right now? Like,
Dude.
Yeah, they
I'm loving
are.
it.
They're the best story,
loving
if you ask me. The fact that Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones, the guy we were calling Daniel Jones before, is now Danny Dimes and just tearing it up. I love to see
Or
stories
Indiana
like
Jones
that.
is another one I've heard, which is
Indiana
really good.
Jones, that's great. That's awesome. But here's the thing. One of my favorite players, and he won 2 Super Bowls with a team that I can't stand, with the Raiders, but he started with the New England Patriots. He was a Heisman Trophy winner, Jim Plunkett. He never did anything for the Patriots, right? They were just a bad team. And that's what Daniel Jones left, was a bad football team. And all of a sudden he's with a decent team and he's flourishing, just like Plunkett did. You know, people had written him off, and he went to the Raiders and won 2 Super Bowls with them. So, you know, it's a great story. The Daniel Jones story. We know about Taylor. We know he's going to tear it up. You give him a front line, he's going to get yards, you know. But, yeah, dude, this Daniel Jones story, to me, is great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, you got to dig it because he was ridiculed there in
my God.
New York and act like that he could not even play.
Yeah.
And you're right. You put him on a decent team with decent professionals around him, and he's not asked to carry that team at all.
That's
and,
the
they
thing.
Got balance. They have balance.
I really like their weapon. They got Tyler Warren, the tight end, who's a really good young tight end.
Yep.
I think what was he at Penn State or Notre Dame? One of those schools that always turns out tight ends.
Right.
And then he's got Pittman on the outside. He's got Pierce. Then he's got one of the best running backs in the game right now in the backfield. Like it's such a great supporting cast there. And the defense is not
like I
that
said,
bad.
I hope I get to see this game today. I really do, because look, Harbaugh is going to do everything he can. As much as I hate Jim Harbaugh, he's a great coach, and he coaches his team to play mouth football. It's going to be a fun game to watch. It really is.
Quinton Johnson has really stepped up this year. He was my favorite coming out of the draft.
Quinton Johnson, all of a sudden being able to catch a football is amazing.
Yeah. You still got Keenan Allen there. They are hurt at running back. They've lost 2 of their running backs so far this season. I did pick up Vidal, who did really good last week. So we'll see how he does today. But, the wide receivers are showing up at least.
Okay, real quick, guys. I'm not too up on the injury reports. Is Kyler Murray out for this one?
He's questionable. I mean, it's looking like it's a no.
Well, let me ask you this. Oh, before we go any further, hang on. Fuck Headquarters 25 is in 2005 is in the house, but we all know that's not his name. We got to clue everybody in.
There are some who call me Tim.
Tim says, "Hail." You know the drill. What's up, man? Good to see you. Here's my question. Do you want Kyler Murray coming back in after the way Jacoby Brissett played last week?
I say play Brissett.
That's what I'm saying. He had a great game. Even though it was in a loss, he kept up with them. They were scoring points. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, but then he doesn't sustain from game to game.
Yeah, that's
Kyler
true.
Murray is a threat every game if he's focused,
Yeah.
He adds something that a lot of quarterbacks don't have. Brissett has been tried. and he shows consistently that he'll have a monster game, and he cannot be consistent.
The problem with that though is that it's his foot. It's Murray's foot, so which means he's not going to be running.
Yeah,
and that's the threat you get with Murray.
Exactly.
So
if he's not 100%,
if you take that away, I don't trust his head.
Yeah.
So I think you keep him out another week. You keep
get him healthy.
Get him healthy. Brissett's doing consistency could be an issue, but last week was a good week. You don't bench people for potentially being bad a week. That's not what a backup is for.
Yeah.
So I think.
Oh, well, contrary move, Ferreira. Baltimore got rid of a Super Bowl winning quarterback as soon as they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they did.
Hey, Gilford, bye.
I mean,
welcome, Elvis Gerback.
And today
he just got fired again last weekend.
So sure, okay. I mean, I think that's a different scenario, but
Okay, so who you like in this one? I'm going to take Green Bay just because Arizona snake bit this year. They're competitive. They're always in every game, but they're just snake bit, man. That's one of those teams that's got to learn how to win, and they haven't done it yet. The Packers. Have they played a meaningful game in the last month? I mean, dude, it's ridiculous. It's like we haven't seen them. But I think they're going to be ready to go today. I think they're going to go out to Arizona and make some noise.
Are we actually going to see something from Micah Parsons?
Right?
Like
Look, Micah's been bitching at the NFL about the refereeing. He's saying he's held on every play. So,
honestly, that's all that guy does. I mean, he played well on the field, but he does have that other side of him that he whines a lot.
Yeah, he does. He does. That's one of the reasons why the Cowboys let him go. Now, I'm not saying it was a good choice, but
football.
Yeah. Okay, so John, who you got in this one?
I'm gonna have to go with. I gotta go with the Packers.
Okay, Ron. Who you like?
Yeah, I can't go. I like what Brissett did last week, but I think as a whole, the Green Bay should. But they're a weird team.
All
but
right.
I'm going to go with the Packers.
Okay. Danny, who you like?
Cardinals all the way.
Cardinals
in the blowout.
All the way, he says.
Blowout.
In a blowout,
okay,
he says.
I think Joe, if they get a blowout, he deserves 2 points for this win.
He's on that limb,
2
boys
points,
and girls.
man. There it is.
There he is.
So
He's
nice
out there on that
there.
limb.
I love it on the limb.
I think for this call, he should get an extra point.
He's feeling comfy out there. Okay.
There's just a lot of room. You don't have to elbows and everything. Just you by yourself. There you go. Comfy.
All right. Next up. Let's see what's next.
It's so free.
Oh, man. I'm definitely seeing this one today. It's in the afternoon slot.
On Fox, yeah.
3:25. It's probably going to be the game of the week kind of thing. Washington Commanders coming off a disappointing loss last week. Going into Dallas. Best offense in the league. Worst defense in the league. Right there in one team. Wow. Jeez, man.
By the way, the Colts and Chargers game and the Giants and Broncos game are on CBS, and this one's on Fox. So you have a chance for the Colts and the Chargers game.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this: the Commanders, is Deebo Samuel out?
What? No. Why would he be out? He didn't get injured.
He got injured last week.
Did he?
From what I understand. Yeah.
Oh.
How about Scary Terry? Is he coming back this week or no?
I don't know.
I don't think he's coming back at all this. I mean, he really got injured, right? You're talking about the running back, right?
No.
That's
Terry McLaurin.
That's Akers.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know about the wideout. I don't know.
McLaurin is who I was talking about.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, man. But I don't know. Cowboys and Indians, great division game, great division matchup.
It's like Noah Brown's out. That was the other one.
Okay. I tell you, this is so hard to pick. It really is. Because, look, Dak Prescott is playing out of his mind. That guy is playing fantastic. He really is. If they were winning games, they'd be talking MVP for him. I guarantee you. But the defense is so bad, man. Wow, their defense. Yeah. And Diggs is out, too, because listen to this. This is how snake bit their defense is this year. He injured himself at home and got a concussion at the house.
Yeah, what happened there? Did they say what exactly happened there?
I don't know. I do not know. I really don't. I'll read the article before we do
This
the
old
show
lady probably
tonight.
cracked him in the head. That's what happened.
Right? They probably had a fist fight at the house or some shit like that. But anyway, Diggs is out, and he's their best corner.
Is he? Because he's terrible this year.
I know he is terrible this year. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Washington Commanders in this
Looks
one.
like
now that I've
I
sold
guess
myself
Debo is
on it.
out.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of their tools are out, man. But you know what tends to happen when that happens? They start
He's out.
distributing the football, and that could be scary if Jaden Daniels gets in a rhythm and
Zach
starts
Ertz
doing that.
is kind of beat up too.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the Commanders just because of how bad the Dallas defense is. Danny, what do you think of this one?
Well, I mean, don't they remind you of the Saints before they got a defense?
Yes.
I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys. If they
Yes.
had like just a middle of the road defense, that would be a tough out. But they don't have that.
Yeah.
And I think the Commandos will be able to muster just enough stops to beat them. So I'm going to take the Commandos in a close one.
Yep. John, what do you think?
I'm going Commanders. Jaden Daniels.
Okay. Ron.
I'm going to regret this because I did this with the Jags and switched right before the game. I'm going to go with the Cowboys. You get CeeDee Lamb back with George Pickens. I don't know if that offense will be stopped. And then I don't know what weapons Jaden Daniels even has. He's kind of banged up too. He can't run it for his life, too much. I mean, will he have to run for his life? I guess is a good question. But I like the Dallas to outscore the Commanders, who are depleted, kind of like the Houston last year, where they were losing all their damn receivers. They had no one to throw to.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm going with the Cowboys because they're not only are they getting CeeDee Lamb back. I mean, Pickens has been wrecking people, and so I'm going out on my limb here and changing my vote to the Cowboys.
Knock is on the limb. There he is. He's hanging out with Dan. Out there on that limb. Look out. Look out, boys and girls.
Would
All
have to
right.
be knocked to come out on the limb with me.
He does it a lot, bro. There's a reason why you two are pulling up the rear, okay?
I did it
does a
before. You know that this year has been especially bad with picks, like in general.
Okay,
There's a lot of
next up.
parity. There's a lot of parity.
Next up, which is exactly what the NFL wants. A lot of these games are coming down to the wire. Tonight, we've got your division rival, Dan, the Atlanta Falcons, facing off against my division rival, the San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers were dealt a seriously bad blow.
Another one?
Yes, another one. In a
Another
town that blows on a
Another
regular
one.
basis. It's rough. Fred Warner out for the season. He is one
That's
of
a
those.
big one. That's a big one.
He is one of those linebackers that calls the defense and he's in on every play, and he's one of those guys. He's one of the top 5 in the league, no doubt. And,
How is
He's definitely
McCaffrey the
their
only
leader.
healthy guy on this team?
yeah, how is right?
What kind of
Christian
bizarre
McCaffrey,
world are we living in here?
right? He's the
Mr.
only
Glass is
starter
the only one still standing.
out there.
Oh goodness!
But Atlanta's coming to town, and I don't care. I'm going on that limb, and I'm saying the San Francisco 49ers, no matter how badly beat up they are the best coached team in the NFL. And I think they're going to hold
Best
serve
coach
at home.
team in the NFL, he said.
Yes,
Okay. Wow. Just a bold statement from the No-Joe.
they are. I'm telling you. But yeah, I'm taking the San Francisco 49ers. John, who you like in this one?
Last time I didn't take San Francisco, they won. So I'm going to go with San Francisco.
Okay. My brother from the same mother,
Yeah, well, I'm not going to pick freaking
the Dirty
Atlanta.
Birds.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. So, 49ers.
There you go, bro.
Not going to do it. Wouldn't be
Not gonna
prudent
do it.
at this
Wouldn't
juncture.
be prudent. That's right. Oh man, knock.
Well, I tell you what, the choices for this week on ESPN has the 49ers at 67%. So I don't know if you're the one going out on a limb here, Joe.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
apparently
go
I'm
out
not.
on a limb.
Everybody's going with me.
I'm
Yeah.
going to go on the limb and go with the Falcons after that impressive win.
Falcons.
Good couple weeks. Robinson is ridiculous. Pitts
Yeah.
is ridiculous. Drake London is ridiculous. The defense, I think, can make some stops. If the offense plays to their potential that they should play, this should be Falcons easy. Whether they will or not, we all remember that 0-34 against the Panthers. But since then, they've done pretty darn good. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Well, I got to tell you, man, I've said this every week, and I'm going to say it again. Robert Saleh coming back to that defense is a huge deal.
Eventually, he's going to run out of bodies. He can't keep getting away with this.
He can't keep getting away with this. He can't keep getting away with it.
Something's got to give. I don't know.
Oh.
But
anyway, I'm not giving you the limb on that one because really, on paper, Atlanta.
Everything else shows the limb is the Falcons, especially because they're going on the road. They're going across country.
Yeah. Okay, next up, the first of 2 Monday night games. I don't know what's up with this 2 Monday night game things, but
I hate it.
Probably the game of the week, and this could be the preview of the NFC Championship game, boys and girls. The guy that is the leader in the clubhouse for the MVP this year, we all know his name, Baker Mayfield.
Patrick Mahomes? Didn't he go
Shush
back
up.
to the top?
No, sir. Check the record, son. He's only got one loss.
Oh, man. He's so mad he kicked John.
I didn't kick John. He kicked himself.
You really don't like Mahomes, do you?
No, man. Look, you guys
Baker
know Baker's playing out of his mind. The guy is awesome. And they're playing the Detroit Lions. This bunch of guys that just, wow. I mean, it's just amazing. When that offense is clicking, you can't stop them. It's ridiculous. But it's another one that relies on a running game. It relies on a running game. As much as passing as they do, you notice they play a lot of play action. So I'm taking Detroit simply because of the home team in this one. But I would not be surprised at all if Baker Mayfield goes in there and beats them. Danny, Tampa's your division rival. What do you think? And is he with me?
Sorry about that.
You're good.
This is the other team that you got to be impressed by is the freaking Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield. Tell me a quarterback that's playing better. This guy wills his team, right? Mm-hmm. So he's definitely a guy these guys want to follow. Defensively, they're tough. Yeah, Buccaneers. Yeah, Buccaneers.
That run he had last week for a first down.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if I'm a season ticket holder for Cleveland, I mean, I would tell them I want a rebate. I want my money back because this guy had them in the AFC title game.
Yeah. And they've gone through how many quarterbacks since? Yeah.
He played the next year with a separated shoulder. And then they shit-can him for a guy they're still paying for. What did he play? 10 games total?
Yeah, it's horrible.
That's crazy.
He's still in their depth chart, too, guys. You believe that shit? Deshaun Watson? It's ridiculous, man.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that run, Joe, because I was seeing a video with the Chief haters where they were talking with, Chris Collinsworth, how he's, how he is with Mahomes.
Of course.
And Mahomes had that 10-yard. It was a good run, but it was for 10 yards for a first down.
Right.
And he took a blow over there, and he's like, "What quarterback does this?" And then and then they did a snapshot to Baker doing that long ass run where he trucked
where he broke how many
guys.
tackles to get it. Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty funny. Like who does this? Well, yeah, that other guy, the MVP guy.
Like I said, the only reason why I'm picking Detroit in this game is because they're the home team. That's the only reason. Both of these teams can win. Both of them can. Go ahead and give us your pick for this one.
I guess I would go with what's considered the upset, man. I'm tired of picking against Baker Mayfield, so I'm gonna go with them this week, and maybe this is when they lose, but I've picked against him way too many times now, so I don't want to do it anymore.
Danny, I'm sorry. Did you make your pick? Is that Tampa?
Yeah, Tampa Bay. Yep.
Okay. All right. And John, who you like?
Are the Lions a paper tiger?
No.
Yes.
No, they're
yes,
not.
They're terrible.
No, they aren't.
No,
Losers.
Listen, golf
it's in
has
their
his
DNA.
faults.
Losers.
Golf has his faults when he's under pressure. It's true.
Yeah. You get to golf, he's rattled.
But when you don't, he shreds you completely. That offense with Montgomery and Gibbs is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Amon St. Brown, Williams on the outside, Hawkinson, tight end. No.
Yeah.
Definitely not. At least not on offense.
They're not paper champions. Who you got, John?
I hate to do it. I hate to, but I'm going to go
Do
with
it.
Going what? What'd you say?
I'm going with the Lions.
Lions. There you go. There's no reason to hate it, man. Look, I'm
This
pulling
is a
for
tough
Tampa.
one.
I'm
This is a
pulling
tough
for
one.
Tampa.
Yeah, I wouldn't
I'm
be
just
surprised if
taking
Lions win
Detroit.
this.
I
That's
like
all.
Baker. I like Baker Mayfield. It's just
I'm just tired of getting lost by him, which could happen again this week. Because
Making
of
you
him,
look
so,
bad.
you know.
That he's doing. Okay. Last one of the week. Houston.
10:00 Eastern.
Houston is heading up. Yeah, it's going to be
At least they're spreading it out. I don't like the two games, but them playing at the same time is the worst.
Well, this game is going to start so late that
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it in the morning, but
Right.
I won't have to cover up the corner of my screen because it's showing the score of the other freaking game that's going on at the same time.
Yep. Okay. This one, it's my Seahawks hosting the Houston Texans. I'm taking my Seahawks. Enough said about that. I just don't believe in Houston anymore. They're too scatterbrained. They're too. I'm just not seeing any consistency out of that football team. They've made it to the playoffs, 3 years running now? They've won their division 3 years in a row, and they're one and done in the playoffs. And I think it's wearing on them, and I think the Seahawks are playing much better. They're facing much better talent, and I think we're seasoned and we're going to beat them. John, who you like in this one?
Well, I'm going with the Seahawks. I think they're a better team, and Texans are just I think they had their shot last year, and they spoiled it, and they're just not the team they were last year.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. Knock, what do you think?
I get your points. I do think the Seahawks have been the better team for this season. However, I think the Texans had a get-right game with the Ravens. That feel-good game that gave them a boost of confidence.
Everybody's
make a turnaround.
Everybody is beating up the Ravens.
No, I get that's what I'm saying. It's the get-right game is what they've been called.
Mm-hmm.
They're the get-right team right now.
Yeah.
And so I think the Texans are going to turn it around. They've been close in a lot of these games that they've lost. So I think the defense can make a step up. I think Darnold needs to come down to earth at some point, and I think it could happen.
Jackson Smith in Jigba. We'll make sure that doesn't happen.
I'm sure he's going to do just fine. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he won't make plays, but I think it'll be. I don't know. So I'm not going to be surprised if the Seahawks win this game. I'm gonna go for on the limb, unless Highlander joins me, that the Texans are gonna pull out the upset.
Well, let's find out. Highlander, who do you got in this?
Yeah, I gotta look. I love as much as I like going out on a limb. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Seattle's at home, right?
Yep.
Yeah, gotta go to Seattle at home.
I don't think their home games have been as 12th man as they used to be.
Yeah, well, the more we win, the worse it gets for the other team, my friend. Okay, and we've been winning lately. So, actually, you know what? We have been winning on the road. Those 2 losses, they were at home.
That's kind of my point.
I change my freaking vote. No, I'm gonna go with Seattle.
No, I think the Seahawks for sure have been the better team, but
got to be transparent here, man. That they have won. They're undefeated on the road.
It's not the Legion of Boom there, however. I will say that.
No, it's not. It's not. But it's a decent defense. You know what they're doing? They're playing bend don't break is what they're doing. They're just playing zone defense. They're keeping everything in front of them, and they're making it. And they put the squeeze on you in the red zone. They don't give up points in the red zone, man. They just don't. So
how's their running game?
Oh, both the running backs are healthy, my brother. Walker and Charbonnet. They're doing that right, baby.
You can't even say if they're good. He's just saying they're healthy.
That's all I need to say.
That's the crazy part. Like if they weren't healthy, then you would know how the run game's going.
That makes your quarterback play that much easier when you've got a solid run game that you can lean on.
Yep,
for sure.
Walker and Charbonnet are doing just fine. But
Chardonnay?
That's week to week,
cool.
boys and girls. I'm telling you, they're going to get hurt at some point. So we're going to ride that puppy for right now. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, okay. So what else have we got here? Do we have an international game next week?
Well, we've got Thursday.
I know we got Thursday. We'll take a look at that one real fast.
And don't we have, is it Spain? or is it?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to see if we've got
No,
no
not-
no
No.
international game next week. No international game. The Thursday night game.
Oh, I don't even remember. Honestly,
It's-
I thought I got her one that keeps her.
Let me mute my brother real quick. He doesn't know when he's muting, just when he's not. Okay, Thursday night, the Vikings, who are let's see, they've got a home game this week, so they're going on the road to the Los Angeles Chargers. Both of these guys have got tough games this week. The Vikings are playing the Philadelphia Eagles, so I'm sure they're going to be beat up. And then you've got the Chargers. Who did we say they're playing?
The Colts.
The Colts. Oh, my God. Yeah. Both of these guys could be coming off of losses on a short week. This could be an ugly football game right here.
Just so you know, the next international game is November 9th
Week 10.
in Berlin.
Okay. All right.
In week 10.
Yeah, depending on today's results, look, on paper, the Chargers should win this game. They've got more starters on offense, and except for their running game. I mean, the running back, they're pretty much hitting practice squad people now, right? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the Vikings go, once again, handcuffed at the quarterback position, man. Good Lord. Jacobs is doing well for them. If I was them, I'm leaning on Jacobs. You know what I mean? He's a really good running back.
Jacobs with Green Bay?
Jacobs, I thought
Jacobs was a Green Bay.
Okay.
They got,
they got the Green Bay's old running back, right? They've got a running back that's pretty good. I can't remember the guy's name.
They have a running back.
They have a running back. Yeah. Let's see. Go here. Let's see.
well, he's not in the top 50 rushing, that's for sure.
I'm not going to look it up. They could have sworn they had what's his name? Allen? Is that the running back for?
I could have swore they had Chuck Foreman. Yeah.
No, they have Jordan Mason. They have Jordan Mason.
Okay.
He's
So
not-
forget what I said about Minnesota. They're going to get beat by everybody.
Yeah. Josh Jacobs was with Oakland and went to Green Bay.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I thought they had Jacobs. Okay. So, look, both of these guys could be coming off a loss next week. But like I said, we're just showing you what's coming up on Thursday. No international game. We'll be back to a 12 a.m. kickoff. So, anything else? That's right. You wanted to talk about the stat leaders? Is that
Yes,
what
take
you
a
wanted to
look.
do?
We're
Okay.
almost halfway
How
through
much,
the season.
I just have a question. How much
Team
purple's
stats or
gonna be-
player stats?
Player stats.
Player stats. Got
I
it.
have it. I'm sharing right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I've
How
got
much
it too.
purple's going to be in that LA stadium?
A lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Matthew Stafford. Yay.
Yep. Dak Prescott there. Dak Prescott looking for that
Yep.
MVP.
I'm telling you, man. If he was winning, he'd be in the MVP race, no doubt.
I am enjoying this. Bobby Wagner
Bobby Wagner, man.
up in tackles.
You know he's always going to be near the top.
Then we got the rushing.
Rushing
Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor. Tearing it
Yep.
up, man.
Jonathan
So
Taylor.
here, okay, so Buffalo. By the way, we didn't mention Buffalo and Baltimore are on bye weeks this week.
They need him
Buffalo.
badly, too. Yeah.
Buffalo is going to be fine if they do one thing: run the
Get rid of
fucking
Josh
ball. Run the ball. Use James Cook. Actually, you don't even need to run with James Cook. Use James Cook in some capacity. How the fuck do you not have James Cook on that last drive in that game? The mind-boggling decision to not play.
Because it's Josh
your best
Allen.
player.
Josh Allen all the time.
Josh Allen.
I gotta imagine Josh Allen wants him on that field. It's gotta be.
Josh
the
Allen doesn't
play
want to share the
call.
ball with anybody. He's a loser.
Josh Allen always does better when James Cook is on the field. That is 100% on the coaching to not have James.
I
Cook
like
on
the number
field.
3 running back. He plays for the wrong team.
Yeah, I gotta play him today. I wish that sucks.
Robinson, man. Wow. And
So
look who
Javonte
number
Williams-
5 is
Yeah, Rico
for the
Dowdle.
Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's only been playing for like 3 or 4 weeks. Like he hasn't even played the whole season.
No,
Jeez.
the
They
other
had
guy,
Hubbard there.
actual primary, he's out for injury.
Yeah, Hubbard.
That's
Yeah,
the only reason why the other guy's on the field. And he's
You got Nick
blowing it
Bonito,
up.
Broncos, killing it with the sacks. I think they got 31 on the season. I think so. By far the first. Byron Young for the Rams. Brian Burns. for the Giants. That's what
yeah.
I'm worried about them.
We know about these front lines. Now that one right there, Dorrance Armstrong, really surprises me. That one surprises me. That's a name I don't know.
And I know Joe will like this.
That's right. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Yes.
There you go. Leading
That's
it.
right. He's the man. He is the man. Jamar Chase, dude, the other night with the Bengals and Joe Flacco. Awesome.
Yes, sir.
What do you have, 16 catches in that game?
16 catches. Yeah, I saw a picture of Flacco sitting next to Brown, and the caption was like, "Look, all you have to do is throw it to Jamar Chase, or I wouldn't be here."
It's not that hard.
That's all you got to do.
Yep, that's it. Okay, and interceptions, Jacksonville, Devin Lloyd's leading in that category. Houston, they've got a guy that's got a bunch, but this, Jordan Battle of Cincinnati.
Because they're always on the field.
Because they're always on the fucking field. They're going to get turnovers at some point, right? Yeah. Good Lord.
Same thing with Chicago. Same thing with Jacksonville. Same thing with Houston, to start the season. So
that's it.
With Detroit, they're on the field because their offense scores so much.
Scroll back up to the quarterbacks.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the one that gives me a smile, puts a smile on my face bigger than anything, though, is number 5 on the quarterback list. That's amazing. That is amazing. That is amazing. What a sophomore jump he has taken. That is just wow.
Yeah, I definitely was not giving him his props to start this season. But,
nobody was. Yeah. But let me tell you something. That Buffalo game really showed some people something.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah. To his credit, John has been talking about Drake May. He has.
I don't listen to John very often. So.
That's because you're a Broncos fan and he's been dominating your division for how long now? That's why you don't listen to him. Okay, boys and girls, that's it for today's show. I hope you had a good time. We're just about 2 minutes away from kickoff. I'm not going to go through the big spiel I usually do because I want to watch the damn games today. So go by joesatmosphere.com. Don't forget to check that out. It's got several ways you can support the channel, from my Subscribe Star page to picking up the Kindle version of the teaser of the Privateer that's on there, and you can order commissions off of there. I do want to point out that on did you guys finish Fallout this week or no?
Oh, no.
No? Okay. So we're definitely going to be continuing on Fridays with Fallout. That's over on Pop Culture Minefield's channel at 8 p.m. Central Time on Fridays. That's Knock and John on that show with Martin Acosta Santana. Want you to remember that one. And don't forget at 6 p.m. Central Time, me and Highlander will be back to let you know everything you need to know about the clown show that is 2025 through today's headlines. The Brothers Hack the Matrix every friggin' Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time. So, for myself and John Das Wolfen and the Knockster, and there can be only one, the Highlander, I want to thank you guys for being here. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.